Okay, we are now into July. Book 109 is The Voyage Home by Pat Barker. It's the third book in a series about the Trojan War, but from a women's viewpoint. And this book is all about Cassandra going home with Agamemnon to Greece, and her servant Ritza. And then once she gets there, maybe halfway through the book, it introduces or brings in Clytemnestra. I ended up giving this like a 3. I mean, it was an okay retelling. The one thing that kind of bugged me is in the beginning, Cassandra is basically mad. She can tell the future, but nobody believes her. And it basically makes her go crazy. And that is displayed in the beginning of the book, but then it kind of goes away. And I guess I didn't understand why all of a sudden she seemed more sane. It kind of bugged me a little bit. But if you like retellings, this book is fine. Kind of a vacation read. Book 109 was an audiobook. Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. And this tells a story of 2 women who are married, Mira and Leah. And Leah goes on a research submarine, and something kind of goes wrong, and they go to the bottom of the ocean, and they're there for several months. And it goes back and forth between Mira's experience with that and Leah's experience with that. And then when Leah comes back, something is wrong. And that side of the story is mainly just from Mira. I ended up giving it like a 2.5. The story was okay. I don't know if it's pure horror. It's listed as horror. I don't know if it's true horror. And to be honest, the characters were not that likable. I mean, Miri is just okay. She's kind of whiny, and I just didn't like the character. So probably not a recommend for me. And book 110 is Class Clown by Dave Barry. So this is his memoir, and I'm very familiar with his work, read many of his columns and read many of his books, in the 80s and 90s and whatnot. The memoir is pretty good. I actually gave this a 4. He does talk about his family. There is some sadness in his family, but he didn't linger on that. But he talked about it. And he kind of talks about getting his start. The best chapters for me when he talked about his interaction with fans and his favorite columns. Especially, read the part about the Talk Like a Pirate Day column. It's actually kind of funny. And he has excerpts from a lot of his columns, which, I really enjoyed. I think if you're very familiar with the work, you'll really like it. If you're not familiar with his work, maybe it'll introduce you to his stuff. And I definitely want to go back and reread some of his old stuff.